Hi everyone, it's Hitesh. Today we'll be taking a look at a very exciting Habu Sato game. It was played on February 13th, 2008 as the first game of the 33rd Ki-Oh title match. Well, we see so many brilliant moves in this game, so now let's check them out. Okay, black is Habu. He played pawn 7f, 3d, 2f, go to 3b, pawn 2e, and bishop 8h, promote silver recapture. So it's white's one turn lost bishop exchange. Silver 2b, silver 4h, silver 3c, 1f, 1d, and 3f. Go to 5b, and silver 7g, silver 6b, and king castle to 6h, pawn 6d, signaling reclining silver. Okay, silver to 3g, now signaling a rapid advancing silver. Okay, pawn to 4d, silver 4f, and go to 4c from the right. Okay, it's basically one of the Josuke, yes. So black will immediately go pawn to 3, opening the battle. But white's not gonna take it. Usually white plays pawn to 4e, a counterattack. Black takes it, and now white takes the pawn on the third file. Okay, pawn to 4f, king to 4b, go to 5h from the right, pawn 5d. Okay, if the pawn is pushed one step more, the silver will be in a danger position. The silver won't be able to go back, so he has to move the silver back to 5f now. So silver 5c, king castle to 7i, white castles 2, and knight develops to 3g. Well, now threatening a knight fork on 4e, so pawn to 4d. Okay, now black has to deal with this pawn's attack on 3f, so he moved the silver back to 4f, 4g protecting that square. Okay, go to 3d, building a thickness along the king's head. Okay, rook to 2f, floating up the rook, also adding another defender to 3f square. And actually this is a preparation for black's attack. Okay, pawn to 9d, but from here Habu makes his very good attacking line. First he sacrifices pawn on the fourth file, pawn 4e, white takes, and then another one on the first file, 1e, white takes. Well, these are the preparation for the later attacking line. Now black drops his bishop to 7a, forking the rook and the silver, but the rook moves over to 5b, protecting the silver, so it's okay. But then black drops another pawn to 4f. Now he's trying to develop his knight to 4e, forking to silvers along with this bishop's attack. Well, it's a very good attacking line, but white has a very good counter attack. I mean counter measure here. That was silver to 4b from the right. Very cool, because black can now develop his knight to 4e, attacking the silver, but Sato actually ignored this attack, and he moved the rook over to 7b, again attacking the bishop. Now you can notice that the bishop is dead actually. The bishop doesn't have any place to go to, and if black simply takes it, well, taking the rook now is not a very good option. The white's king is hopeless, but if he's well, for example, takes with the knight, well, the bishop is still in trouble, right? So basically that's white's idea here, but yeah, Habu knew about it, of course. He promoted the bishop to 5c. Well, great. Okay, white has to take it, and knight promotion. So black is down material, but he now made a powerful promoted knight on 5c square, so it's an even situation, I guess. Okay, pawn to 7d, going for black's king's head. Pawn to 4e, okay, making the rook mobile along this rank. But here comes a bishop drop to 3g, of course. Yeah, white has this attack anytime. So it's forking the lance too, so rook goes to 2i, protecting lance. Alright, now, well, the reason black could push this pawn is actually if white promotes, yeah, white can promote the bishop here, but, well, actually it's gonna be dead, right? You see, so promoting the bishop is actually not so useful. So, but well, you know, even if white leaves it that way, black can kill this bishop by silver drop to 4f now. So Well, it seems this bishop is gonna be dead anyway, and what Sato did here was very interesting. Well, he didn't care about that bishop, and first he made a pawn sack on 7e, and he developed his knight over to 9c, preparing for attack. Well, so now black can of course drop the silver to 4f, killing the bishop, but then white Sato didn't even try to trade the bishop with the silver, and what he did was he floated up the rook over to 7c one step, attacking the promoted knight. Well, very interesting. Well, let's say if black saved his promoted knight, for example, to this way, well, maybe white can sack this bishop and a bishop fork here, so that'll be not so good for black. Well, saving it to this way is not a very good option. The promoted knight loses its power, so actually Habu calmly took the silver on 3g, but now I can take the knight on 5c. Now, all of a sudden, the material balance is now good for black by silver knight trade. Okay, now silver goes back to 4f, trying to attack again. But the problem with black is his king is not in a good position. His castle is weak, so here's a very good pawn drop to 7f. Black took it, but another knight drop to 8d. And look at this. Seems black silver is dead, isn't it? This square is covered by the knight. This square is covered by the pawn. And he can't go back. Wow, is he in trouble? What is Habu going to do? Well, he's okay. Because, well, this is cool. Silver to 6e, going ahead of the pawn. Because if white takes it, bishop skewer. Beautiful. Well, but I believe Sato knew about this. He calmly moved the king over to 2b now. So black has to now take the pawn on 6d, and the rook can go to 4c, trying to counterattack this file. So Sato's rook maneuver is also good. But here bishop dropped to 5b, trying to take out the rook. So white says, well, then go ahead. So black takes it. White recapture with the gold. Interesting. Okay, but here, this is where Habu shows us his very deliberate pawn tactics. He's going to use all his pawns to make this one for attacking line. He starts on pawn push to 4d, trying to draw the gold on 3d to 4d. Now the second file is weaker, so black goes for there, pawn takes, and another pawn drop to 2e. This is called joining pawn. And now white takes it, and what do you think his next move is? Well, I thought it's something like pawn drop to 2d, dangling pawn, but it's not that, it's too slow. Or maybe more simply, rook drop on 2d. But actually he didn't do that, and he even dropped his pawn to 1b this time, attacking the lands. Well, if the king takes it, the king is too weak, I guess. Black can drop his rook anywhere, you know. So he took with the lance, but another pawn drop to 1c. Well, if white now takes it, maybe then after these in-between moves, now he can drop a rook. Well, it's a very hopeless position for white. Okay, this is a threat mate. Yeah, you know, these squares are not protected. That's a very good point for black. So actually, at this position, white decided to lose his knight instead. So yeah, black can drop pawn to 1d. Now the problem for white is black's lance is gonna now come over to here, and black doesn't want to make that happen, so he dropped bishop to 3c, protecting this pawn, and also this bishop is aiming at this diagonal, so black has to be careful. You know, he has another bishop to drop on 8h, and this knight can come over anytime, so yeah, he has to be careful. And well, this is very cool again. Habu just sacked his lance to 1e. Okay, bishop takes, and then he took the knight. Okay, lance recaptures, protecting the bishop. So and black goes for the pawn on 2e, checking the king. So pawn drop to 2c because the bishop is okay, protected with the lance. But well, Habu has a very good attack again. He has two pawns actually. So pawn drop to 1d. Lance takes and knight drop to 2f. Great. because this attack is attacking this lance, checking, followed by taking the bishop for free. So white has to drop a pawn to 1c, indirectly protecting the bishop also. But look at this, the knight is also aiming at 3d square, so he has another pawn to drop on 4e, killing the gold. Great. Well, it seems white's gold is dead, but yeah, Sato has another good counter-attack again. He has his lancer up to 7f, checking, forcing black's king go over to 8h, and then he suddenly moves his golden 4d, and the gold sidesteps over to 3d, attacking the rook. Okay, black takes the knight, of course, but gold recaptures, attacking the rook again. Well, and the problem is, if the rook runs, let's say here, well, now the bishop can go back to 3c, making a great check, and it's very, very uncomfortable. So black doesn't want to move his rook, but he doesn't want to take out this bishop either. And but if you take a look at this king structure, don't you see a very good attack for black? Well, yeah, that's because white's gold attack on 3d seemed not gonna work. Because yeah, rook to 2a, a great sacrifice. Habu actually did that, and white has to take it, and rook promotion to 2c. And the question is, isn't this a checkmate? It's a square gap dragon. I see, for example, pawn block or even a rook block, gold drop and a checkmate, right? Well, but it isn't. Yeah, it's not a checkmate because look at the king on 8h, bishop drop to 2b, a reverse check. Great. So black can drop a gold because it's a check. So, well, there are two options. One is for black to take out this bishop. That's one option, but black doesn't want to do that, of course. So here's another good tactic. Pawn push to 4d, a middle block. Because the bishop cannot take this pawn. You see, it's pinned to the king. And black is threatening another gold drop in 3b again. So white played rook to 3b. Well, this is great, because it's also protecting this gold. Yeah, actually this gold was floating until now. Okay, but gold dropped to 1b, king runs, and it's a bishop, rook recaptures, and now he can take out the gold. So black actually won that bishop. Okay, but silver to 3c, attacking the dragon. Okay, pawn drop 2c. Okay, white decided to take the dragon. Black takes the rook, king recaptures, and bishop dropped to 4a, a very good attack. White dropped the knight to block it. Okay, pawn to 9f, suddenly. Unbelievable. Okay, black made an escaping rook for the king. Maybe he couldn't find a very fastest attack. Okay, rook to 2i. Okay, now it's white's turn to attack, but go to 6g sideways. Okay, go to 4b, trying to kick out the bishop, so bishop has to go to 7d, promote. Now finally bishop to 3c, okay, aiming at the king, but horse to 5f, attacking the silver. Okay, now this is the most exciting part. You're gonna see a very exciting thing gonna happen. Pawn drop to 4e, blocking the horse. Okay, this is good. So black just takes it, still attacking the silver. But at this position, white ignores that attack. And at this instant, when the horse is blocked by his own silver, white can make this knight development to 4d, attacking the horse. Well, great. Now, one option for black is, of course, he can now take this silver. Yeah, that's one option, but the bad point for black is actually taking the horse in the next move is a discovery check, also attacking the gold. Well, I guess it's still okay for black because black can take out this bishop now, but it's a bit uncomfortable for black because the knight's attack on the gold is remaining, and also there's this bishop drop on 7i. So, you know, it's very uncomfortable, right? So actually, black didn't take the silver on 3d. And this is where we saw an astonishing move by Habu. Well, if he simply saves his horse, for example here, yeah, he's gonna lose his zero, right? So he can't do that. So here's what he did. Yeah, he moved the horse, but he moves it to 5e ahead of the pawn. Unbelievable. Well, it's actually protecting the zero. So yeah, and that's one thing, of course. But yeah, White's gonna take the pawn. Okay, now Silver takes the zero 3d. And now what is great about that horse move is, look at this diagonal. It's blocked by 2 of his pieces. So this zero is very heavy. Yeah, great. Okay, so White played knight to 8e, but pawn up to 2c. White has to take the rook, so Black can bring the dragon here, but he's not gonna just take it. What is even greater, Silver sack on 3a. Alright, White can't take it. Has to stick to the dragon. So now he takes the dragon, king recaptures, and rook drop to 2f. Yeah, he checks from this side. We get pawn to 2d. Okay, but Silver takes the gold. Bishop recaptures, rook to 6c checking. Silver 3c. And the next one is very technical. He played rook promotion to 4c. Well, it's a natural move, but it's very good because it's threatening this gold drop. So White dropped the Silver to 3 force d, but Black takes the bishop and drop it to 4a, and it's a check. Bishop to 3b, but Black's intention is now suddenly it's trying to defend. Bishop takes the knight on 8e. Well, this is a very long game. Now it's 156th move. Pawn to 2e, attacking the rook. Okay, White is trying to make a thickness along king's head, and maybe he's trying to enter his king. But what is great is Black ignored it, and horse to 5b attacking this silver. And also a very good attack on this diagonal. White had to move the silver to 3c. Then rook to 2e, he sacks his rook. Silver takes it and horse recaptures. Well, this is great. Okay, pawn drop, horse 3e, another pawn drop, horse 4e, threatening a knight drop because the pawn is pinned. So rook to 2e protecting that square, also attacking the horse, but pawn drop to 3e, blocking. Okay, lance promotion. Okay, now White is aiming at king entering. But it seems not easy. Okay, pawn drop to 1e. Well, if he takes it, Black can drop his generals to here, for example. So now White can't enter. So he played pawn drop to 7g, a dangling pawn, but Black ignored it, and Silver dropped to 4b. Okay, great sacrifice again. White can't take it because this pawn will fall. So pawn promotion, gold recaptures, upward lance takes, gold recaptures, and gold drop to 2b protecting the Silver, but Silver takes it, unpromote. Well, it doesn't matter, promote or unpromote, he takes with the gold, and another Silver drop to 4b attacking the gold. Okay, Silver to 2b again, but here lance drop to 3h, adding another piece to the third file. And actually this is a very good idea because, well, White desperately dropped the pawn to 7g, but, well, actual White's king is in a forced mate. It's great. Silver takes the gold on 3c. Silver takes it. And can you see the next move? It's horse sacrifice to 3d. Silver takes it, and gold sack on 3c. And seeing this move, Sato resigned. Well, the rest is simple. He takes it, pawn push to 3d, checking, and well, the pawn can promote. Well, the rest is simple. Well, then let's sack the Silver and a gold drop. Yeah, so it was an incredibly exciting game of 187 moves. Really great. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care and see you next time. Goodbye.